Woohoo! Hello, everyone out there. I am really excited tonight. I have so many things. I had a giant order from the land of Amazon come in today. And so with it, I got this enormous stack of books that I've opened them up and looked at them. And then I also have actually some new Oracle cards as well. So I figured we could look at books, look at Oracle cards, look at books, look at Oracle cards. I can't say that 5 times fast, apparently. But this is the giant stock of books. And so when I was taking my course at the Center for Excellence for Fairy Magic and Lore, there were a bunch of authors that were old antiquated authors referenced in the material. And I went the extra step of looking up some of them because I hadn't heard of their books or whatever it was. And one of them was this guy here. And this is Lord Dunsany. And he wrote a bunch of books. The one that was referenced isn't the one that I'm holding, but when I got to the rabbit hole, I started looking at a bunch of other books that he had written. This was one of them, A Dreamer's Tale. They were all super inexpensive, just like classical music, because nobody reads them anymore, except for people like me. And so I ended up getting a bunch of different books, and they came in today. So so here we go. And I really look at the artwork. I like the artwork. It's, it's that old style of artwork. And tonight I shall endeavor also to not catch myself on fire with that cute little candle, but I wanted it there. So so I bought a bunch of his stuff. I don't actually know what most of these are about, but they seem cool and fantastical. So I can't wait to read them. Now, the one that I ordered from him on purpose, which is the one that I looked up because of my magic course, my fairy magic course, was this one, The King of Elfland's Daughter. And then this is the one with an introduction by Neil Gaiman. How about that? So also again by Lord Dunsany. And so this is the one that got me going down the rabbit hole. So I probably will start by reading this one here, which I am of course very excited to read. And then I will move on to the other ones of his books. Here's another one. You can see it's pretty thin book, and the Wonder Tales. And I'm kind of curious. Wow, look at that. You can completely see that. That's the reflection, that round circle halo. That's the reflection of my lamp. I wonder if I turn that down a little, it will. I don't know if that makes it easier or harder to see. There. Well, I don't know. They sound very much like, I have a Jorge Luis Borges book that it's old and I can't, it's in Spanish and I can't remember the title off the top of my head, but it sort of reminds me of that, filled with smaller tales all collected together. Now, I kind of wonder, so these ones, I don't think they're the same. Again, another thin book. And a lot of these actually I discovered were people going on to something probably like Google Scholar, and they're all public domain. So then people take these books, they format it into, some kind of print on demand, and they give it a cover that's a public domain cover. And then you can just buy it off of Amazon for, $5 or something. And it's still printed, and yes. So I can do the sacrilege of writing in the margins, which I do on my books. And I'm sure that some of you are just going to have to unfriend me on principle for this horrible crime. However, I love getting books that have writing in the margins. This one I actually do know a little bit about, because even though I didn't read every single synopsis, I just kind of actually whimsical purchase based on the titles of them because they were so cool. But this one, I just was like, what in the heck is that? The Gods of Pagania. And this is a book that he wrote which is, I'll just read you the opening. It's actually quite short. So, and I feel like it's going to be funny. So what is that? What is that film where the Coca-Cola bottle falls on the ground and from an airplane, and the gods might be crazy or something like that? I don't know. I've never seen it. I only know the premise of the movie. Anyway, the preface to this, I'll read to you here. In the mists before the beginning, fate and chance cast lots to decide whose the game should be. And he that won strode through the mists to Mana Yud Sushai and said, now make gods for me, for I have won the cast and the game is to be mine. Who it was that won the cast, and whether it was fate or whether chance that went through the mists before the beginning to Mana Yud Sushai, none knoweth. And then in this book, the rest of the book is about the different gods that supposedly exist, and various, I think it's maybe a satire, right? It's a joke. So I imagine it's going to be kind of funny. Here, I'll show you so, you know, of Scarl. Yes, the gods must be crazy. Hello, how are you doing, Baroness? Let's see. It got blurry, didn't it? You know, I'm trying to make it so it's like close enough to see, but the camera does not do a tweaky thing. So I don't know. I think it will be a funny book, and I kind of am looking forward to reading it. I don't think it probably has anything to do with fairies, but this one is from a local indie author here, Western Affliction, and this is her most recent book. The other two I West. I think she's got North and East. I can't remember. I have them. They're on my bookshelf, probably within sights. Anyway, so I have the other two, and now this is the third one, and I think there's going to be one for each of the, you know, North, South, East, West. And so I've had this on my list. It says that it is an Elemental series novel, and I think it kind of has fairy overtones. She was S.M. Winter. She actually was a fairy blossom vendor a couple of years ago. So that's pretty cool and exciting. And then this one is interesting. I just kind of found this going through and looking at the recommendations, Tatterhood and the Hobgoblins, and it's a Norwegian folktale. So I don't know what that will involve. I've never heard of this. Tatterhood sort of reminds me of, you know, Little Red Riding Hood or whatever, but here's some of the illustrations. Oh, let's see here. Can flip through. And just turning it here so I can see the comments from all y'all. I like this. I really like these old style illustrations. And look at that cute little guy right there. Aw, it's adorable. Oh, those mischiefy hobs. Yeah, the Norwegians do have some rad folk tales. Okay, I actually ended up going through all the books first and did not intersperse that with my new decks of cards. So now it's new decks of cards time. So anyway, those are some of my new books. I haven't really finished reading books from the last time, but I have been powering through a lot of them. So I'm feeling okay about it. Now, one of the things that I did last year was I would do daily card reading videos, but I discovered that those were very work intensive, and since I wasn't particularly making money off of them, I was doing them because I enjoyed it. But even still, when you enjoy something, and it is on my channel where, okay, I have to bite this open just a second. Okay, so I stopped doing them around Halloween because I ended up going to Romania, and I just didn't pick it back up. I have had some people comment though about the fact that I haven't been doing them, and So I've been thinking, though, instead of doing the daily videos, because it really does take me quite a bit of time, I've had trouble with the software that I was using to produce the little daily videos without having to get onto my PC and go through that, the even more complicated software. But I was thinking maybe what I would do was start doing just a daily card on my Instagram, and I would do a different card from a different, well, a card from a different deck each day of the week. And then today there was all these new cards. So the new decks that I haven't even seen. And so I kind of bought a couple, and the Flowers Oracle. So I like Oracle decks better than I like Tarot, because I like the sort of the upbeatedness of oracles. They just give you a little bit like a daily quote or a daily saying to think something about, to think about a little bit. So I really like the size of this. I already do. Oh my gosh. Okay. I should okay. I have to bite it again. I know it's probably, okay. These ones are awesome. I love the backs of these cards. Ooh. I can't wait to see what kind of cards are in here, since I already do flowers. The thing is that I saw some, and even though I do flowers and I do animals and crystals and whatnot, I always want to see what new information and what new knowledge new decks might impart, what new cards they might have. Look at these. I love this. They are so colorful. So down here is like honeysuckle. I'm trying to make sure I got you guys. I mean, honeysuckles, daffodils, vincas, foxgloves. The backs of these are so colorful and cool. And then here is the front of them. And you probably do have a bunch of books I would like. I have a rule, though. I do not borrow books from people, because books like to not unborrow themselves. They just come here, and then in that which is the library that I refer to as home, they stay, for they find many book friends. And so I'm wondering, if I do this, does this zoom in for you guys? Can you see this a little bit closer? Or is it only getting bigger on my screen? That is my question. Yeah. Please let me know if this is bigger for you guys. Let's see. Just look at the books. You are truly a cruel, cruel mistress. Look at the books. They're beautiful. You will love them, but you can't have them. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, but don't swallow. Oh, what am I quoting? 10 points if you know. So here is so these are interesting because they have the name of the flower on the side. And then here is some of the art. So I'm just going to hold a few of these up so that you can see. Aspen. I would not call an aspen a flower, to be honest. I would call that a tree. I would also call a beech a tree. Of course, the trees all flower when it's, springtime. A centauri. But some of these, I don't even know what a centauri is. So there's new flowers in here that I don't have in other decks. And this is a serrato. I like the art on these. I don't know, it kind of looks watercolor and a little antique-like, but not entirely. And this one is so these are in alphabetical order, and here I am trying. Oh wait, there's two centauries. Oh, serrato and centaur. So it's not a Babylon 5 thing, I promise. Now let's see. Cherry plum. Ooh, that sounds like something I want to eat for dessert. I was thinking, so since I'm unfamiliar with all of these decks, now here is the book. What I was thinking I might do was mix these up and see vervain, vine, walnut. Let's do this. Kind of go through these. I do. I really like this art, actually. It's quite pretty. I was thinking that I would mix them up and I could just pull one card for whoever types their name into the comments first. And we will open the book, this book here, and we'll see what your reading is. So if you would like me to pull one of these new cards, I'm going to give them a good mix. So we'll just do this. They're quite large for my little hands, so I'm going to try to. Wait, today was such a productive day. We got so many things done. Yet it always still feels like there's more. I'm thinking that tomorrow when I go to Olateus, I might actually take my new cards and maybe do some readings there. That's doing some of the. Wait. Yes. All right. Mary Lee, I see your name first, and so I shall pull a card for you. Let's just get these a little bit more. Okay, this is essentially why I don't like Las Vegas, because I can't shuffle cards, I can't really deal cards, I can't count cards, and I don't know how to play gambling games. The only thing I can do is mix them up kind of this style. I guess I can if it's a littler deck. But these ones are always so big. I like though the fact they're not the brush like brush metal. These are glossy, like super glossy, high gloss, I guess maybe you would call it. And so they're really, really slick. They don't stick to each other. And I actually like that quite a bit. That's a thing about decks of cards. So here we go. I will draw a card for you, Mary Lee. I'm just gonna spread these out right here. I will take this one here. And here is your card. So it is a clematis. Oh, my dad used to have one of these in his backyard that was growing up this beautiful trellis that he had right next to where he had all his raspberries planted. I don't know, it was beautiful. I liked it. So I will go ahead. Let's see if I can stand your card up here. Okay, a clematis. Now here's the book, and we haven't cracked open the book yet. So let's just go ahead and do that together. And so the book actually has not plain paper. This is kind of a glossy color printing as well. I can tell by the way the pages feel. It's like these are the kinds. I know that looks black and white, but it's actually a color printing because this is made in this gray and this off-white are color on a page. So it's kind of funny that they would do a color printing, but then make the pictures black and white like that. So, oh, these smell so good. I love the smell of these pages. Okay, clematis. Let's look this up and see what it says for you. And this is where we find, oh my gosh, this is cool. So look how many languages it comes in. This is perfect for everybody. English, Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Russian. And then, yes. Okay, so then we have our introduction page. And the thing is, I don't even know if a clematis even smells. I never had the opportunity to try to smell the flower because at the time that he had them, it wasn't something I would have thought of. And now that it is something I would think of, he doesn't have them. And I don't see them very often. I think my mom has also been able to grow them, but my mom can grow anything, I think. I am exactly the opposite. It's a public service to plants that I just admire their beauty and do not try to grow them. Let's see. Okay, so here, okay, interesting. Okay, so pardon my brief pause in speech there. So as you can see, I didn't see a table of contents that had the name of the flower, the page that it was on. It looks like they're all, so the flower on the card has the number, and then you go to whatever language section you're looking for and just look for the number, and they are in order of numbers. So number 9 is the clematis, and here. Now your imagination is a divine gift that you combine with the concreteness of the real world. Ooh, that sounds like manifesting to me, right? Taking things out of your imagination and making them in the land of real to be tangible and existing. And so here and now you are awake and present, involved and benevolent. Everything is clear and bright, and you are finally with your feet firmly on the ground. Rejoice. I love this. This is good. That's a good little first reading, huh? Bringing your because that is transforming what is in one's brain into the real world is not, it's no small task. You know, people can't see what's in your mind, and until they have some way to see it or experience it themselves, they don't believe. And when people don't believe, they try to impress that, you know, and pass that on to you. So whenever you can stick to the thing that is in your head that you're imagining and envisioning, and then bring it forth. So what a wonderful card, right? Just like, this is it. This is your time. Whatever you have been thinking about, you're going to find a way to make that real. It may be big, it may be little. You may just be taking the baby step it's IMBOLC in just a few days. You may be taking the baby step that's going to be your little seed, right? For the first day, maybe on the first day of spring, you can even do that for yourself. You can just plant a little seed with that vision, and this is going to happen for you. That would be great. Uh-oh, my battery's running low. That's awkward. Where's my plug-in? Hey, over there. Uh-oh. I might have to get up here for a second. Can you check my plug-in?
What?
Will you check my plug-in? It says my battery's running low.
Yeah, let's check your plug-in. Hang on.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to stop because thank you for doing that for me.
You're very welcome.
Not requiring me to get up. So that was very cool. Let's move on to the next deck, and I'll do the same thing.
Is it okay? Tell me if it works now. Hang on.
Okay.
All right.
I might have.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, yes. That did the trick. Thank you. I must have unplugged it when I was
Tech support troll.
Tech support troll. Yes. Oh, man sakes alive. What number do we dial for troll tech support? Right? Is it
like
one? I mean, tech supports, it's not quite customer service. So it can't be 666.
No, you hit pound over and over again.
Oh, okay. So 1 pound, 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 pound.
That's right.
And then troll, it's a magical number. That is what will get us through to the troll tech support.
The pounding draws our attention.
Right. So just troll, excuse me, troll tech support. Are you there?
It's also if you want us to lift a heavy thing.
Yes. Oh, yes. Lift heavy things, reach high places, and plug in power supplies. Okay. Deck number 2. Oh man, so many. Whew. Okay. So this deck I got. Sometimes I feel like it's so easy to lure me into getting these things. They're just so beautiful, and I can't help it. Yes, so the tech troll. This on the back is a blue jay feather, and I just love blue jay feathers. I love blue jays and cardinals, and they're birds that are native to here, so we see them. They're so fancy. So because I make a lot of quill pens that I sell in my Etsy store, I end up dealing with feathers from different birds. I mean, some of them are not legal to deal with, like owls and things like that. And actually, I learned through the process of this that American blue jays are also not legal, but as it turns out, you can buy European blue jay feathers, and they come from the UK, where it is legal to get those feathers, and they look basically just like that. I don't know if they're bigger or anything. Actually, if they're from the UK, they're probably smaller, because I'm pretty sure that over there, food portions are all smaller and everything must be tinier. Okay, I might be a little sarcastic right now, but I think it's, I think it might also be true. Sarcastic, but also true. Anyway, so I deal with I deal with birds and feathers a lot, and I saw this one. I had never seen a feather deck before, so I thought, ooh, well, that sounds fancy. And you know, will this do what I want you to do? It's not doing there close enough. So I got the feather deck because I really wanted to see what it said specifically about the different bird lores. I don't know what that one is supposed to be, but I'm guessing that it's a turkey. It kind of looks like a turkey feather to me, because turkey feathers kind of have a pheasant feather, except for their fat. And they have that cool kind of, I don't know. I think of the 1800s when I see. Okay, I have to use my teeth again. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Ooh, I know what that feather is. That's a magpie. I'm looking here on the cover. That's a magpie feather. They're a very distinctive bird as well. Look at all these feathers. And of course, a peacock feather. And then these little yellow feathers, which are probably parrot feathers. Maybe canary. One time I got from the... I'm having trouble biting this one open. I got from the pet store an orange canary feather that I made a quill out of. And I really would like to have birds someday, but I think they're too high maintenance for as much as I travel. So I can't do it yet. But I really want singing birds. And I think that canaries... Oh, this is the back of the card. Oh, this is cool. Okay. I mean... compelled to sniff the deck. Okay, so these actually have this nice bendy. These are also, I guess, maybe what I would call a medium gloss. But they're super slick, so they aren't sticking to each other. Now, this is a cool way to do this. The backs of the cards are all a picture of a feather. Now that's a turkey. Ooh, I'm just going to turn it over to see. Is it turkey? Yeah, I got it wrong. I thought that was the turkey, but then I saw that and I was like, nope, that's the turkey. So it's a picture of a feather from the bird that it is. So that's really cool in my mind. I mean, granted, it makes it, you can't kind of mysteriously draw a card if you happen to recognize feathers. You're like, okay, well, I know what that is. Ooh, that's a parrot. I'm guessing that is a parrot. Are you ready? Like a macaw. Oh, see, I might do this. I feel really excited that I can recognize these feathers. And everybody knows what a peacock feather looks like. What people probably don't know, though, is that the under feathers of peacocks look quite similar to somewhere in between these two, but all brown. And they're giant. They're big. You could easily mistake them for a different kind of feather. But, I mean, are these cool or what? I love this. And this is the magpie. Okay, am I right about the magpie? Let's find out. Ready? Yes, I am right about it. And so give me a second and I will actually give some of these a flip and then we'll read them and see what they say. Now, the last cards didn't actually say anything on them. You had to look it up to see. So let's see. Well, let's see what magpie says. Magpie says, there we go. Rejuvenate your priorities. No, reevaluate, rejuvenate. Yes, my priorities. They are energized and ready to go again. Oh boy. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Woo! That seems like a hard one too, because I think that I'm not a super bird expert, but I seem to think that magpies are one of those birds that love to find the shiny things and cling on to them. So saying, Okay, Magpie, time to look at what you need and Marie Kondo your life, whether that's your actual physical life, your mental life, your whatever it is, your spiritual life might be time. So let's see. Let's pick another one. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go till I find one that I think is. So this is ostrich. Ooh, what's this weird one? Like one that ooh, what's that weird one? Well, I don't know what this one is. So this one is an osprey. Oh, and so this one says, your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Don't resist. Things are about to come your way. I don't know what that one is. That one's beautiful. So this one is, ooh, an Oriole. Isn't that a baseball team?
It's a bird.
It's a bird. And here's what it says. I'm all trying to make it straight. Here's what it says. Okay. So let's do the drawing again. I see there are a few of you out there. I'm going to give these cards a shuffle, and then I'm going to draw one. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? This is it's a bluebird. It's so sweet. Little bluebird. There. I'm like, come on, focus, focus. There we go. Bluebirds are happy little birds. So I guess maybe they're the Bob Ross of birds. Happy little birds. Oh, I love this. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a drawing. So if there are some of you out there, put your name. First name I see come through, I will go ahead and just do a card drawing of the bird deck for you. The Divine Feathers deck. Sorry, I kind of shorten the names of things sometimes. Let's just type your name right there in the comments so that I can see who would like to have one. And if I don't see a name come through, then I guess I'll just draw one. Anyway, I'll draw one for you, Tech Troll.
What's up?
I said, if nobody in the audience wants me to draw an awesome bird card for them to do a reading, I'll draw one for you, and I'll just do.
If you want, yeah.
Oh, Still Dorian. I'm gonna do one for Still Dorian. Her name came through first.
She doesn't really care though.
What? She does.
She's just faking it because you're the princess.
I don't think so. Have you met her? She
Yes,
doesn't really
I met
fake
her.
anything. She's about as straightforward as it gets. Okay, here we go. Still Dorian. What do you think about the idea of doing either still daily readings on the Instagram, or maybe even once a week doing live readings, and folks can pick their deck, and then we can do one like that. What do you guys think about that idea?
I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna. Okay, here we go. I actually don't know what this one is. So here's what we have, and it is, ooh, it's an owl. I love owls. Don't you love owls? Owls are so cool. Here's what it says. It says, your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Boy, if there's anybody that can do that too, you are the person that can pretty much do the thing with serious, I'm doing this thing, serious business. Okay, so I'm going to put your card there. And now we haven't looked at the book yet. So here's what the book looks like. And it's kind of a brushed, a matte finish here. And so it feels nice. And oh, it smells good. But then again, I probably think all books smell. They probably don't smell good if they're musty. But so we'll open it here. And then we'll see how this book is. Okay. Just have to open it like this. Yeah, you're not supposed to do this because technically it breaks the spine, but So here's the front of the book, and then I'll show you. Let me find let's see how it works. Has some simple layouts, has some connections of the birds with colors and with seasons. Okay, and then this one, because they're not numbered as you saw on the card, this one actually has the name of the bird and then the page that it's located on. That's how these table of contents work. So we were looking for owl. And so since these, it looks like they're in alphabetical order, except for the W's come first, and then they're in alphabetical order. I don't really get that. I mean, that's actually the case. So all those are in alphabetical order, but then right up there, I don't know why. So, okay, owl is on page 56, and oh, where's the hummingbird? I have a hummingbird feather too. It took me a long time to find that feather too. And I happened to get it when I was doing a glass blowing class. I made a pumpkin a couple of years ago, and nearby there was a little restaurant, had an outdoor sort of arbor, and I was eating lunch there. 54, that's what I was looking for. And there was a bunch of hummingbirds that were there, and one of them dropped a feather while I was eating, and I collected it. I was so excited. I've wanted a hummingbird feather forever. Okay, so wait. Uh-oh. Did I do it? Oh my gosh. I'm a dork. Oh, 54, 56. 56. Here we go. Owl. A bird of the night. Definitely your type of bird. The owl has an incredible vision and hearing. Owls hunt by using their listening skills, inviting us to tap into a greater sense of the inner listening and awareness. The ancient goddess Athena carries an owl on her shoulder as a knowing companion who represents the wise counsel of nature. It was believed in ancient Rome that the owl feather placed on a sleeping person would reveal their deepest secrets. The owl is also a powerful symbol of the feminine and the moon, and is often tied to prophecy and darkness. As a nocturnal bird, their appearance at dawn or dusk can be associated with the in-between times when the veil between the realms is thinnest. In all of these ways, owl is a powerful symbol of our own intuitive senses and abilities. The message that owl has for you is now is the time to start seeing things using the higher senses. Owl Messenger is here to assure you that your intuition is correct. The darkness or murkiness that surrounds a certain situation is merely a perception. Begin to access your intuitive skills to see the answers clearly. It may be an inner sense of knowing, viewing, listening, or feeling that needs to be used separately or together. Have you been resisting listening to your own inner wisdom? Owl Messenger urges you to do so now. Allow there to be light within the darkness and find the answers you seek. Embrace this part of yourself as you do so. Whew, everything is so, it's as if it's in tune with the upcoming IMBOLC. So, and then also now here at the bottom, I'm not going to read every single one of these, but I'll show you. It has your energies, so kind of your 3 keywords really, and the season that it's aligned with, the element, your power colors, and your affirmation. And I always like the affirmations. My intuition, this is the sort of thing that you say to yourself. My intuition is powerful and vibrant, and I honor this inner wisdom. So I'm a monster. Horrible. I write inside the books too, on the pages even. So I think I've heard the door. A leprechaun has entered the house. He's sneaking by. You guys can't see him. But so this is the Divine Feather deck. Quite nice. I'm looking forward to actually going through and reading these a little bit more. And now we will find the box that it goes with. There we go. This box is leaving a little bit to be desired. That's okay. That fits in there. and lid on the box. So I have way more decks than I could do. Even if I did one, like a different deck each day, I definitely have more decks. And now I just don't know. I just don't know how to manage all of that. Okay. So now this is just kind of an itty bitty little deck, and it's more flowers. But I tried to get one. There was a kind of a sister deck to this. Here, oh, let me get the plastic off. It was doors. I've never seen a doors deck, and it was so cool. At the shop, they only had one, and it was their open sample one, and they wouldn't even let me buy that. I tried. The thing that was so cool about the doors deck, and I might just follow up and get it anyway, is because I picked it up, I opened it, and basically the first card that I overturned was a picture of a door in Machu Picchu. And I only recognized this door because it's like a stone door, because one, the stonework in Machu Picchu is quite, oh my gosh, okay, I have to bite it, just a second, guys. It is very distinct. The masonry is very distinct. And two, I have a picture of that door from when I went there years and years ago. And I thought, oh my goodness, what are the chances? So I figured that was kind of a sign, but then they didn't. They only had the deck I was looking at. Okay. Okay, I got it. Anyway, so there was this little, I thought, now these are so cute. And I thought, oh, these will fit in my pouches, you know, my belt pouches for when I'm at fair, so that when I'm walking around, if I need to do an impromptu reading, just somebody is looking like they're having, you know, kind of a down day or whatever, here, draw a card. And it's just, so just to give you a comparison, right? This is kind of a medium-sized one. So it's this big. So it's quite small, right? It fits, the whole thing fits in my hand. Like this one, I can barely even get my hand around. So, you know, just to give you an idea. But then I also thought the same thing. I thought the last flower deck, maybe there's flowers in here that I have never seen before. So, so look at that. And it's magnetic. So this one is actually not going to go with, this one's going to go with me in my, when I travel around, because it will fit in my pouch, and that will be quite fun. So boop, 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 boop. And it's just, so cute. It's about the size of an Altoid tin. It's a little bit longer and narrower, but about the same. So, and these are, there's no book, but they just sort of have their little, I'll read it to you what it says here. This is how to use the cards, and they kind of have their little affirmation in here and on the card. So let me read this to you guys really fast. The cards can guide you or be read as an oracle. Think of a question or a situation and select a single card or create a spread. The cards can be used in conjunction with aromatherapy, something I love, and I'm thinking of taking another class on it, flower essences, flower therapy, and herbal modalities for health and well-being. So, and isn't the back of them pretty? Kind of Victorian-y. So let's look at the insides of these. Okay, these are all sideways, like this. Okay. And then here's what they say. So the past is over. Let your see, it's just like a little, you know, kind of affirmation, right? A little picture of the card right here. And let's see, Buttercup, the Princess Buttercup. Fill me up, Buttercup, blushing bride. Boronia. What? I don't even know what a Boronia is. Let's see. Do not fear or doubt the new paths ahead. Okay, here we go. Cut the deck. Iris. Ooh, our iris is pretty. Let's see. Spread your creative wings and take flight. Let's cut the deck. Poppy. Hey, I know a Poppy. Remember who you wanted to be. That's an interesting statement, because Poppy I recently saw something from kind of the New Year's, will not say resolutions, but her New Year's trajectory that she was planning to put herself on. It seems daffodils. I love daffodils. They're so happy and sunny. Oh, the sun shines brighter when you are here. Yes. Oop. Let's see. There we go. Let's try that. Lily. So I like these. These are just cute little cards, and they're really positive. So if I was just strolling around at festival or a fair or in the fairy glen somewhere and I bumped into somebody, I could just draw a card and make them smile and brighten their day. I love this. This is a great little deck. And so I'm going to do the same thing. Type your name into the comments if you would like me to do a card pull for you. And this time I'll do, since they're short little cards, there's no book that comes with it, I will do one for everybody. So now is the time. Type your name if you want one. And if nobody wants one, I will be sad. But I'll do one for the troll, troll tech that's sitting over there. Tech troll. Yes. And ooh, magnolias. I love magnolia trees. Oh man, they're so beautiful. And every year I like to go out and collect the blossoms from the magnolias, and then I use them in art. I grind them up. I use them in potions. I like to go collecting the things. So yes, I will do one for Gunther. He definitely needs a flower oracle card reading. See, this is why. This is why. What?
I need something, that's for sure.
He says, I'll take anything. But by the way, you were volunteered by the Baroness. She said to do one for you, so.
Oh, she can't volunteer me anymore.
Yeah,
I'm a Baron now.
He says that he says you can't volunteer him anything because he's a Baron now too. So, but she might pull rank, like seniority on you.
I mean, if she wants to declare being a senior citizen, that's up to her.
Ooh, oh, I don't know. Those might be fighting words. She's gonna be up here for IMBOLC in just a couple of weeks.
And I'll hide in my cave.
You better look out. You better look out.
You need me for something then.
I have a cat trying to join me, and that's okay, except for that there's fire, and she has fur, and those things, they go together really, really well. Yes. Okay, there are 5 of you out there. I'm going to do a card pull, one for everybody that wants one. So if you would like to have a card pull, just put your name into the comments. And I will read, because they're short little reads. They don't have longer descriptions. No book. It's a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get on that card. Gunther, this one is going to be for you.
That is for me.
This one is for Gunther. Let's see. And she says she does what she wants.
I think she's just copying you then.
What? No, that obviously I have the right idea.
It's trending.
Yes. Do you want one too, Baroness? Do you want a flower card, or is that just too frilly for you?
Sissy's coming back. She's really adamant about being near you.
Adamant. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna switch up my banner here really fast because I feel like that's a.
It's like she smells something bad.
What is she? Is she frisky?
She's frisky.
Oh my gosh! What is that look on her face? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, well that's fancy. Okay. Like I forgot that thing was there. Okay, so here we go, Gunther. And then is there anybody else that would like a card, or is it just the one for Gunther? Let's see. Still Dorian wants to see the. Ooh.
I think we need
hey, get off! What?
I think we need to pull one for Count Morbid and send him the results.
Count Morbid needs one too.
Yeah, we can send him the results.
She says she wants to see the Aster card because it means star. Okay, well, give me a second and I will find it for you. And here we go. Here's your card. Are you ready for the big reveal?
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's ready. It is a frangipani. I think that's a Hawaiian flower.
Frangipani.
Yes, it's a plumeria. It's Hawaiian. And it says, You are truly beautiful, Gunther, on the inside and the outside.
But that's not true.
Hey, don't say that. I think that is very true. Let's see. Would you like one over there, Ion?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do one for Ion. Ion the leprechaun. Your card is Violet.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Indeed. It says, the answers and truths are always within.
So can you confirm that violet is just a fancy way of saying purple?
No, violet and purple are different colors.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, actually, really. And so I'm looking up an aster. Okay, here we go. Lily, snapdragon, gardenia, cornflower, magnolia, peony, iris, aster. Boy, that came up pretty fast, huh? Let's see. The past is over. Let your true self step forward. Focus. I don't know. I'm trying to make it focus. It's fighting me. I think it's because of the light. Let's see. Maybe I can. I don't know. I want it to be not blurry for you. There. Oh, and Dorian says, hello, Ion.
Heidi ho.
He says, Heidi ho. I don't know if you can hear him, but he said, Heidi ho. Not like, Heidi ho, but Heidi ho.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Suddenly Mr. Hanky came out.
I might be a mind reader. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, this is the last new deck of the evening. So here we go. Last but not least, it's kind of big too. And I have to use teeth again. Okay, 1 second. She said she heard you. So everybody, you're on notice or whatever. Isn't that what they're supposed to say? I put you on notice. The whole world can hear you right now.
I'm just going to put a red light in that light right there. So we know when you're on it. Screw in.
Okay, so this deck is... I thought I was catching myself on fire for a second. I like the work of Lucy Cavendish. I've got some other stuff by her, and I've liked everything. I think Fairy Forest is another one that I think is her with the art of Maxine Gad, excuse me. And this is the artwork of Amy Brown, and they are fairy blessing cards. I have not seen this before. Here's the back, comes in this. And so this box is actually relatively big. Let's see. This here is a small book, and you can see that it's actually, the box is even bigger than the book. So it's here, and here's what the back looks like. So this is definitely the artwork of Amy Brown, because at least these two are on that new game Fickle, which I was in the Kickstarter for, and we had a demo copy at Fairy Blossom last year, and these two images right here were used on Fickle cards. So of course, I would recognize Amy Brown's work just about anywhere. So I'm pretty familiar. Her style is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's
unique.
No, not unique. It's very distinct. It's distinctive. So you know her work when you see it. I mean, I'm not trying to say that it's not unique. I'm trying to say that it's distinct.
I think it's pretty.
Okay, so there was this piece of paper that was just a covering piece to a protective sheet of paper. So just take that out. And here's the book. So the book is the same size as the box, basically. So, and we'll come back to the book here in a minute. I'll set that there. These are the cards, and these are large cards. I think these are the largest ones even so far. Oh, the closest one was the first deck that we did, the Flower Oracles. So these good, very good. Man, how do I even open this? This is a good sized deck here. Okay. So now these are kind of a matte finish on, and they slide pretty easy though, so not sticky to one another. That is just a thing for me. It's frustrating for me when the cards stick together. So matte finish, but they still are very slippy on each other. So, and then let's go ahead and turn this over. And we will look. So this is the card that was on the bottom, A Blessing of the Seelie. And I'm going to go through some of these here. We'll just... A Blessing of the Unseelie. A Blessing of the Butterfly Queen. That is what that says, right? Yes. Blessing of the Butterfly Queen. I like that. That's a pretty one. A Blessing of Rapture. So then each of these, now they're numbered, which implies to me that in the book there will be a numbered list, and that will tell you what page to go to, or you just flip through and look for the number that the card is. A Blessing of Honesty. A Blessing of Stillness. That one also is on the Fickle card game. So this is A Blessing of Airwind. A Blessing of Movement. I'm just going to skip a few. I'm going to have to mix them up anyway. A Blessing of the White Heart. And there's the picture. I love all the checkers like that. And A Blessing of Glamour. And now we're going to find out what these mean here in a second. A Blessing of Stability. Oh, on a cool rock stack. I like that picture. A Blessing of the Heart's Calling. Is that a snail on her arm or an owl? Oh, it's an owl. I see. Okay. The light was reflecting funny. So let's go ahead and give these guys, I won't mix them up yet. I guess let's take a look at the book here. So here's the book, and these pages, new books now. These pages are not glossy pages. They are definitely a paper. So fairy blessing cards, and there's a dedication. It says that there's a traditional fairy blessing here in the front. I don't normally see this, so I'm going to read it out loud and share it with you guys. It's right here. It's what the dedication is. And the description here says, yes, wrong way. The description here says that it's a traditional fairy blessing. And so let me read this out loud. Let's see. Pluck will I the fairy wart with expectation from the fairy bower to overcome every oppression, as long as it be fairy wart. Fairy wart, I envy the one who has thee. There is nothing the sun encircles, but is to her a sure victory. Pluck will I mine honored plant, plucked by the great Mary, helpful mother of the people, to cast off every tale of scandal and flippancy. I kind of like that word. Ill life, ill love, ill luck, hatred, falsity, fraud, and vexation, till I go in the cold grave beneath the sod. This is a traditional fairy blessing from the Carmina Gadelica. I guess I read it Gadelica, but I don't know if I'm saying that right in my head because I read a lot of things, and so I don't pronounce them right all of the time. That is what it says. Hey, will you look up, ask the all-knowing oracle of Google what the Carmina Gadelica is, or Gadelica? I'll spell it for you. I'm going to have the tech troll look that up. So, and then he'll get back to us in a second. It's like Carmina Burana, except for, are you ready?
Ready.
Gadelica. Gadelica. Elica or Elika. I don't know how to. I don't know how to.
So, you want to know, right?
Not yet. In just a second. Okay. So this is the table of contents, and then so it, as you can see, it has the card number, the name of the card, and then the page that the page that is on. So I'm going to mix these up, and then I will do a drawing from this. I'm going to look really fast. I've seen a Lucy Cavendish style book before, so I want to. Okay, ooh, this one is actually cool. This one, I mean, not that the others aren't, but like really cool is what I mean to say, because the descriptions, once you look up your card description, they've got the pictures all in here in black and white. That is also one of the Fickle card pieces of art. So here is what that looks like. And we'll just do a single card drawing, and go ahead and put your name in the comments. Just type your name, and then I will draw a card from the deck here while I'm shuffling. Go ahead and read loudly what it says about the Carmina Gadelica or Gadelica.
Okay, so Carmina Gadelica is a compendium of prayers, hymns, and charms, incantations, blessings, literary folklore poems, and songs.
Slower.
Proverbs, lexical items, historical anecdotes, natural history observations, miscellaneous laws, all gathered in Gaelic-speaking regions of Scotland between 1860 and 1909.
1860 and 1909.
It was published in 6 volumes.
6 volumes?
Woo! Alexander Carmichael himself, with the assistance of his family and friends, was responsible for the first 2 volumes published in 1909.
Who is Alexander Carmichael?
Alexander Carmichael was an exerciseman and folklorist.
Interesting. I wonder if you can find that in the land of Amazon. Okay, so one of the things about these cards that I have just now noticed is that unlike every other deck, these are very limber cards. Ooh, this is a cool one. Look at this one. I just love this. This art is beautiful. The Blessing of the Elf Locks. So, anywho, these cards are all like, I mean, super limber, allowing me to shuffle them in the way that if you want me to do a drawing for you, it's just a single card, 1 card drawing, not doing the whole rigmarole. But if you want me to, just put your name in the comments. And I like this. This is actually quite nice that they're not on such a stiff board, because they're really big cards. So you couldn't bend them if they were on really stiff boards. So it's cool. They're quite floppy like this. That is a deck bonus. This might be the only deck at all that I own that I can. Oh, no, I have another flower deck that I can do that with. And my Unseelie deck I can do that with, I guess. But, yeah, just mix these up nice and good. Let's see. And the Baroness, by the way, says that she's Sluagh, so she hears everything. So you better just watch it. Hey, can you find out if the land of Amazon has it?
Yeah.
Oops, that was sort of a fail on my part. All right, so I'm just going to do a 1 card pull And I see no names in the comment section. So I am going to do a 1-card pull for you, Gunther,
I like colorful.
and a 1-card pull for you, Ion.
Awesome.
Have you been waiting to ask a question over there this whole time?
What? There you go.
I didn't know if you were listening or if you were waiting to ask a question. I didn't know what was going on over there. So, okay, here we go.
Okay,
I think
I can't confirm.
Oh, what does it say in the land of Amazon? Is it possible to get this?
The Karima Galitica.
Yes.
I see volume 1, 2, incantations, songs of the isle.
What does the price look like? How many human leaves do they want for these books?
It's about 24 bucks.
For all of them or for just one?
This one?
Oh goodness, that's a pretty expensive book when you consider it's in 6 volumes. That's
Volume 1 and 2 in paperback form is $11.99 things.
Oh, okay, that's better because I'm thinking, wow, $27 times 6 is over $150. So, whew. Okay, here we go. Okay, those did not actually spread as nicely as I had hoped. I did not make that as pretty as I had hoped to make it. All right, 1 card for Ion, and let's see. 1 card for Gunther. Anybody else want a card? I'm getting ready. I'm gonna close them up. I better see your name. If I don't see your name, but if I do see your name, I'll pull a card for you, and you guys get to go first because you're in the audience. Audience always gets priority. Woo! I'm closing. Anybody? If this deck is fully closed, then I'm moving it aside and I'm reading. You think? I don't think Count Morbid is even out there.
I see that he is.
Oh, is that true? Count Morbid is out there, is he? Okay, so here is the deck that we're doing currently. There we go. And I'll just set those there. All right. Here we go. Ion, we're going to do you first. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Your card is... all the cards today are so IMBOLC. A Blessing of Brigide's Flame. And now we will put this here. And... oh, I didn't look at the number. The number is 34. Okay. So, number 34. A Blessing of Brigide's Flame, page 101. Here we go. This is what it looks like. I'll just show a picture because I think this book actually is really beautiful. You know, that is really annoying. And it's happening because it's not bright enough. There we go. And so I'm not actually going to read you this whole thing because it's lengthy. So I may do a little bit of truncating here. The fairy gift to the light, the dark spaces, to bring spring to the heart's winter. She chooses to bring you her gift now, a fairy blessing to light the darkness and bring warmth to you once again. Her heart is a flame, her eyes like 2 green lakes, and her hair a field of gold. She is the goddess Brigide. She who unites us, she who protects us, who inspires us, has claimed you as under her watch and protection. Let's see. Brigide is able with her fairy flame to burn away within us whatever is harming us, and she is able to illuminate our very best traits with it too. She will help you, who receives this blessing of her holy fires, move further into your own creative power in a healthy, beneficial way that helps people contribute from their very best selves. She oversees creative endeavors, poetry, so the words that are spoken will touch our souls. She is a smith, so she helps us create alchemy That sounds like a thing that is up your alley.
Indeed.
The bringing together of differences in order to create something greater, something united. And she is transcendent of labels. Call her what you will, goddess, saint, pagan, fairy, woman. She will bring health and healing and great good to all who receive this blessing. She is the fairy goddess, and she has walked forward with a candle lit from flame within her heart, and her fire shall unite and delight you who receives its gift this day. Blessings, human child. Well, blessings, Ion the leprechaun. And may Brigide, the swan, the nurturer, the sword maiden, the mother, the fairy goddess of the old lands be with you. That's a nice card. And perfect for the upcoming fire festival. That's excellent. Are you ready, Gunther? You are going to go next.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. So, what did you think? Was that an all right card for you, Ion?
That was perfect.
Oh, they smell good. This is Gunther's card, and Gunther, you get the Blessing of Awen, and guess what color it is?
Is it blue?
It's
That's
blue.
my card.
It is. It's your card. So the Blessing of Awen, number 12. Let's see what we've got here.
Is that cat singing Figaro?
Yes, she's over there. Wait, number 12. Yes, Blessing of Awen. Okay, page 64. And I will show you guys also what that looks like here. So here is what it says for this one. I'm kind of blocking it. I'm sorry. And I'll read a little bit. The fairy now offer you the gift of some word that looks Welsh.
Is it Welsh?
There are literally, there is one vowel in this word. It's N-W, it probably means like new fire. It's N-W-Y-F-R-E. Like, it's like new fire, but without as many vowels as we would put in it. So, and what?
I know what it is.
What?
It means sky or heaven.
Oh, it does? How do you know that? Did you look it up?
Yeah, it's done Google.
What language is it?
It's Welsh. Sure.
It is Welsh. Okay. So, well, at least I got the language right. Not the. Okay. So, does it say how it's supposed to be pronounced?
N-O-O capital I-V R.
N-O-O-I-V R. Nuevra.
Yeah, that's right.
So it means heavens or sky.
The term means sky or heavens.
Okay.
As an element.
As an element. Okay, so the fairy now offer you the gift of Nuevra, the blessing of healthy energy, clear and revitalizing, which will manifest in a kind of glow all about you, radiating from within. Now,
does that mean I can fly now?
Have you been playing in my experiments for making neon items? Did you break glow sticks on yourself and roll around in them?
Did you not see me last
What?
Fairy Blossom?
Uh-oh. Perhaps help has arrived.
I was lit up like a glowworm at Fairy Blossom last year.
Oh my goodness. Were you? Yeah, actually you were, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got my bone that had lights on it for the first year I was there.
Okay, so let's see. This primal force of energy, Nuefra, will give you more energy to move well, to be of good cheer, to do what needs to be done, and to do what you wish to do.
So what you're saying is this is basically the fairy equivalent of caffeine.
No, no. I have a thing that is. I'm reading this, and it's.
What are you seeing?
I'll tell you what I'm seeing in a second. Okay, I'm reading this, and then I'll tell you what is coming into my mind. With this fairy blessing comes a sense of being here, of being grounded and centered, of strength and thriving energy, of feeling strong and well connected and supported. You will feel the urge to spend time outdoors within natural light, with the trees and with the animals or the ocean or bodies of water. All of these sources of natural life force will feel more connected to you than before, almost as if the world is speaking with you and you can speak to the world in return. If you have felt nervous or frail, unwell, or uncertain, this flow of Nuifra will enter you, a blessing from the realm of the Fae, and it will be of great assistance. This blessing is a regaining of energy, a sense of rising up from within a greater source of vitality, and this is the support of the fairy realm. It's a gift. Its gift will be felt in the breath and blood, in the bones, and in your heart, and you will shine once again with a life force and a glow that will let people know that they have met a person who is well. Okay, so the thing that immediately came into my mind is that when I read this part here, this is a primal, this primal force of energy will give you more energy to move well, to be of good cheer, and to do what needs to be done, and to do what you wish to do. 2 days ago, you asked whether or not we could do a small ritual that you found online for helping with the winter blues.
That's right.
You did. And we didn't do that ritual yet because we haven't had time to plan or do it.
Right.
But this card is like, it's as if it answered your very desire to
I get pulled up, but it's so dark.
I know, but I'm just saying, it was like, I pulled this card for you, and it's like, it kind of was saying, we hear you, you know? And
that is kind of awesome, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I really like how that came out. So this is the book for the fairy blessing cards, and that's the last one of my decks that I got, to my new decks that I got today. This is the card that I was just reading, which is the Blessing of Awen. I love this picture too. It's beautiful art. It's all Amy Brown. So I have no more decks to show.
You got books?
I already showed all of my books, but I thank everybody who has been with me watching along as I've kind of done this unboxing. What? That's not a new book. I've had it for a minute.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I hope all of you have a very good night. It is, oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock. What in the heck? Ooh-wee.
I gotta go to bed.
Right? You have to get up early in the morning. You have a land dragon test tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that you can get your land dragon license.
For Washington.
Yes, for here in the Kingdom of Storms, it's true.
Yeah. Fly around here.
Hey, you know, look, the Fairy Aviation Association does not like it when you just suddenly start flying low, no licenses, no permits. You could hit crows. It would be terrible. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and everybody have an awesome Friday evening. I will see you all in the future on the flip side. Good night.